video, you guys just saw my fireplace, and it's really nice, keeps the house warm, and I just found that out about last year. So this time of the year, you guys know it starts getting cold, but it's not cold enough where you need to have the heat running, but you just want some kind of heat, and that's where the fireplace comes in handy. It's cheap because the one I have runs off gas, and gas is a lot cheaper than electricity or having to actually do the work and go out there and chop up wood and do all that. So then that brings us to smart light switch. So my fireplace works off with the light switch, and I needed a light switch so that I can have my fireplace come on at scheduled timing in the morning, maybe an hour or two before I get up. So by the time I get up, then the hallway and my bedrooms are warm, or even when I'm not home and I'm coming back from work, to switch the lights on remotely or to put it on schedule. So I'm going to tell you guys my experience with these two and which one I'm using now and which one I'm not. This is the TPLink smart light switch. It's connected with Wi-Fi. It's got a smart app, and let's open up the box real quick so that you can see what's inside. You get some paperwork talking about it, foam pad, pretty much, just to protect it, a face plate, which I ended up cutting because my mantle is right up on my light switch and I couldn't get the faceplate to fit over my light switch, so I decided to just cut it off the bottom, and now it's cut. And then now you have the actual light switch. So this light switch, the reason I went with this one, I bought this one first. The reason I went with this one is because it got a lot of good reviews. I asked a bunch of friends, and this is the one they recommended, and also the design of it. It was very sleek, and it came in like 4 different colors, I believe. I'll try to put that up somewhere up here. And also the little indicator right here, if I you can see it, that little indicator is white, which blends in with the faceplate. On the back, it's got 4 cables, and they are labeled, the white one being neutral, the green one being ground, and then the 2 black ones being the load/live, where it carries the current. And then you also are given these 4 little wire connectors to cover them up, and there's nothing else in here. It's just some paperwork for tech support, and anybody you want to call. They got European numbers, global numbers, Middle East numbers, African numbers, and then you have this little pamphlet that says happy with your product, and you can connect with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and just send them. To my surprise, there was no instructions. And when you have a product like this where you're actually doing the job of an electrician, you think that they would put some kind of instruction step by step. Just this troubleshoot and basic setup process from the app to the Wi-Fi connection and all that. So that's this one right here. So I used this one first. I opened up my light switch, went to go ahead and connect it, and I found out that my light switch didn't have any ground cable. And that was surprising because you'd think, they put that on everything, especially on houses that are newer. My house is actually built about 3 years ago, so I thought they would have that, but they didn't. So naturally, the next thing I did was try to research how to get a ground wire into my light switch. And then I realized that ended up having to call an electrician, and far more worse, having to cut up my wall because you have to run a ground wire from another location nearby to the new socket. So cut up the wall, run the wires, repatch it, doing all types of drywall business. And I just thought that was a little too much. So I started going back to the drawing board and said, hey, I need a different light switch. Then this is when this came. There was only 2 to 3 different brands that actually worked without a ground wire. And this was the newest one, the one that was the current model. All the other companies, I believe GE had some, but they were like discontinued models. So I went with this one because it was a current model. So if we open up this box, this thing comes basically this. That's it. It is just the switch, and it's got a button you could push. Makes a nice clicking sound, and it actually is manual. So there's you just take the light, you connect it to your light switch. The little switch that goes up and down will actually physically connect into here, and it'll move. And if you guys can hear it, if I get it close to the mic, you can hear it manually moving. It takes 2 AA batteries, which they actually provide. You pop those in here and you just connect it. They pride themselves in saying that they are the fastest smart light switch setup. No tools, 1 click, 1 second installation. So that helped that it had that feature, and the fact that I didn't need a ground wire. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this and go ahead and install it. The only downfall to this one is this one doesn't use Wi-Fi, so you are limited in your range on when you can use it. You can still go ahead and set schedules and leave, but it's not Wi-Fi connected, therefore you can't use it whenever you want to, wherever you are in the world. It's connected via Bluetooth, so you have to be within 150 feet of the actual switch. So that was a quick comparison between the TP-Link Smart Wi-Fi light switch and also the Switchmate light switch. These two are completely different. I did end up going with this one, and you know, it's very simple to install. The setup process through my Bluetooth phone was extremely fast, and it does what it's supposed to do. And I mean, it's not the prettiest thing, it does stick off the wall, but I was only forced to do that because this one required a ground cable, and I wish I knew that before or did research. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in another location and also see how this functions, and I will keep you guys updated and post updates on both of these on my Twitter and Instagram, so make sure you follow me on that. And also make sure you subscribe to the channel because I have more great videos coming out. Later on this week I'm doing a desk tour that I've been working hard for the last week and a half trying to make sure it's perfect, so make sure you sub for that. And share this video with all your family and friends that are interested in smart light switches, so that they know about the whole green cable and about the whole ground wire, so they can do a little bit of research before they end up and buying these products, because these are not cheap. They run about $30 to $40 at Amazon. I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the link description. So that's all for today. I hope you liked the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.